Hey everyone, so I am prepping for my first trip of the season coming up on Sunday, and I thought I would just take this minute to kind of talk about what I take for food on a quick day trip, more of an exploration trip. So yeah, here's my bag of food. Yeah, it's probably a little more than most people take for a day. I probably won't take all of this, it's just in my bag. A lot of this food is snacky, small food that is high in sugar, so usually fructose, and also high in salt, because as your body is metabolizing, it can start to metabolize simple sugars, and it needs that salt to keep you hydrated. So a lot of what I carry is simple salts, simple sugars, and just more of a snack than like a full meal. So first thing in the bag here, we've got dried mangoes. These are the go-to right here. I cannot get enough of dried mangoes. I'll eat probably this whole bag in a day. Probably shouldn't, but these are always in my bag when I am ski touring. What else we got in here? Fruit leathers, always good in the bag. Doesn't really matter what flavor, but they're just like a nice little tangy, fruity, quick sugar. It's easy to eat, especially when you're really working hard. Sometimes it's hard to get your body to actually eat food, and I find fruit leather is an easy thing. You can just pop a piece in your mouth, you can suck on it, or whatever you need to do to get that sugar in your body. This is a new one for me. So the next thing, this is a Hornby Organic Bar. This one is chocolate espresso. And I like stuff that's doesn't have a lot of like additives in it. This one's gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, so it's not heavy. It'll have a good amount of protein in it, but it'll keep me not feeling sluggish on the trail. So this is a new one. I haven't tried it yet, but we'll see how it goes. What else do we got in here? Oh, this is something I always carry. Jerky. Jerky is my go-to salt. So much like the mangoes are my go-to for the sugars, I love a piece of jerky on the trail. Again, you can kind of just suck on it, get the salt, you get a bit of protein from the meat. It's just a great snack to have in the bag, and so that one is always in my bag. So the next one on the list, and this is a weird one, I kind of grew up with this, but it's an Eat More bar. It's just basically peanuts and toffee and a little bit of nougat. Super simple. I love these. I could eat these all day. You can bite off a piece, wrap the bag over. The bag sticks, so you can kind of eat it piece by piece and break it off. And those I always have in the bag as well. A couple of things that I kind of mix between, and these are the ones that I probably won't bring on the trail all the time. But I have just a few of these different options, are energy chews. Or energy shots, blocks, gels. So I have like the Honey Stinger Organic Energy Chews, which I like. They're pretty good. You can just pop one in your mouth before a big hill, and it kind of gives you that, like, I don't know, maybe psychosomatic element of more power, I guess. I don't know. So I have a couple of those. I have a couple of Cliff Shots, which, I don't know, I take sometimes more for longer days, but I'll throw one in the bag just in case I really need a boost of energy. Same thing with the Honey Stinger blocks. They're, again, just the block version of these. These ones have a little bit more salt in them. So if I'm really needing to hydrate as fast as possible, then that is what I carry. And then I'm kind of torn on these ones. I don't bring them all the time, but I do carry them once in a while, and that is Honey Stinger waffles. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes they end up in my bag and they're all crumbly and I don't want to eat them, and I don't know. They're not always my favorite. I have a couple here just because they're something a little bit different. I'm a little bit burnt out on Cliff Bars and on, your kind of generic other stuff. So, yeah, no, that's kind of my bag. That's a day of snacks. So like my day of snack would actually kind of end up being something like one Stinger waffle, one of these bars, a thing of energy chews. Obviously, I'll probably break this bag of mangoes up into some smaller Ziplocs, and then a bit of jerky, and that is a day trip for me. That will feed me basically from the trailhead to the truck, and I'll keep maybe some other snacks and maybe a cooler in the truck, so when I get back I can eat like more of a meal. But when I'm on the trail and I'm working hard, this is all I carry. Obviously I bring some drinks, and the odd time I will bring, on really cold days, I'll bring miso soup balls in a small water bottle, and then I can just have a sip. It's very salty. It's a great way to kind of re-energize. So yeah, that's just a quick little rundown of what I like to do. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. You can like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. So thanks for watching.